as we sit here at the end of the linear calendar that is the year 2020. I invite you to just begin playing with this concept. Food for the soul coming through. The acceptance of perfection in this now moment. Can you sit with the idea that you here, free of identity and free of restriction, are perfect? And this now moment, regardless of your state of consciousness or your level of being, is in fact perfect just as it is. Whether you are experiencing the highest states of bliss and magic you've ever experienced, or whether you are in the lowest part of you, trapped in the design of the illusion, can you sit and accept with that feeling of perfection here, now? Can you feel the celebration as the divine within you celebrates all of you and celebrates the great transformation that is unfolding for you here in this now moment? Sit with that feeling for a second. Even I, the human right now, have been in the depths of my own perceptions and illusions for the last few days. Found this moment of a great meltdown last night to realize that all is perfect here right now. That when I begin to tap into that celebration that's occurring of the great transformation of me and the great transformation of you, that regardless of the perceptions of others and the billions of universes that are playing out on the grand stage, that there is this beautiful unfolding that is occurring. And it is the transformation of I, the transformation of you, and the transformation of we. The cracks in the veils of perceptions that have occurred over the course of this year are providing a beautiful, glorious light to shine through the cracks that's propelling us further into the depths of all that we are, that unlocks and calls forward that highest version of us. That version of you exists right now. It neither starts nor begins in any linear time. It's actually ever present, ever existing here in this now moment. While there's a series of events that occur to unlock this transformational you, the soul and body, it is here now. And by exiting time and space, by allowing the illusion to be the illusion and stepping back within to the soul and into the heart, we can begin to either see, feel, or hear this presence that's being born through the ashes of 2020. The great phoenix rising here in this now moment. The great disassembly of the illusion provides us an opportunity to finally step into all that we are here in this now moment. No doubt there's a great unraveling occurring. But through the highlighted focus of the grand stage of so much discord, there is this triumphant return of a beautiful world that is being shown to us. We just have to discover it. I've seen many different articles lately that are speaking of beautiful technologies unfolding, beautiful concepts coming to the surface, a grand unification, a grand celebration of what is to come. And yet the highlighted focus still being on the discord, on the squeeze, on the suppression. Many of us have forgotten the importance of breath, of the beautiful life given to us for the form to exist here and now. How can we begin to rediscover the power of this breath that is us, this essence that is us, by taking a moment to be still with the breath and to allow the breath to be just as it is, the breath. Dissolving the judgment, dissolving the technique, the identity holding on to the perception that there is something wrong with the breath, but just allowing the form to be the form, allowing the breath to be the breath, and allowing the unique version of you to just be what it is. The practicing and remembrance of Immaculate Conception. Non-defined, non-limited, non-bound, wild and free in all that you are. Oh, the magnificence that comes with this realization. So, yes, with this comes the rise of the viewing of limited structures held within and without. And of all those emotions that come to the surface through the viewing of this. But in this review, we remind ourselves that there's a celebration. There's the celebration of seeing. There's the celebration of change. And there's also the celebration of being you authentically. The identity can't, never can. But the limitless within always is capable. How are you accessing that limitless you? How are you allowing this version of you to come forward today, here and now? Through the dissolution of these structures, the dissolution of the limits. We might not feel this limitless coming forward, but I invite you to just step into feeling of the essence of what this limitless is and allow yourself to just expand into that. Expand into that limitless space within you that knows this beautiful aspect of you is just coming forward right here and now to be present in the form, always existing in Immaculate Conception. The purified you, the loving you, the powerful you, the soft you, the pure presence that is the soul, the higher self embodied here and now. There's so many things occurring here and now. So much beautiful joy that we are stepping into. We have many discussing events, alignments, portals, gateways. But these alignments exist within you. These events, this restructuring, this new world is, in fact, within you. Coming forward, stepping into all that you are. There's no set linear time frame on these things occurring. There is no date of arrival that we wait for. We show up there in the quantum now, outside of time and space, and allow it to ground into the form. And then we be, and show up in this presence, and become that. This is your garment of light. This is your truth. This is your beauty shining through the veils of perception, reminding yourself and others that this is just a trick. And as we allow the perception and the illusion to fall, we find greater awareness, greater presence, and greater ability to be with the breath in a sovereign creator state, with the ability to rewrite our story. So, we signed up to play a role, to follow a prompt, to follow a narrative, a storyline that is the soul's journey. But today, we have conscious choice and decision to tell ourselves a new story, free of the bondage of self, free of the past, free of the illusion, free of the perception. We can begin to write our own novel today. So in this fresh creator slate, what story are you going to begin to tell yourself? In which way are you going to begin directing your own play? How are you going to show up as your starring role today? It truly is magnificent. Rediscovering the perfection that is you here and now. And while the feelings of dissolution come forward, it is time for us to feel again. Feel everything. But you can also allow a detached, neutral perspective of what is occurring within and without. Free ourselves of the slavery of judgment. Free ourselves from the perception and the illusion, and just allow perfection to rise from within. Freeing up the control, freeing up the manipulation, and rather stepping into this divine state of allowance for everything to be what it is. This is how we begin to access 0 point and begin to write ourselves a new story. Love yourself. Love others. Free yourself. Assist in freeing others. Dissolve the judgment of yourself and begin to dissolve the judgment of others. This is your life, your path, in your world, your universe. Take ownership over your creation and begin to allow yourself to tell yourself a new story today. In the deepest love and gratitude from my heart to yours, I send out this wave of bliss to you and wish you a happy holiday. Namaste.